Hi everybody and welcome to this Pro and Expert general playthrough for the Haunted Mansion tournament here on the BK Golf Clash YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing well. Please hit thumbs up on the video and make sure you are a subscriber as well. It is totally free to do so. Replays and adjustments in the voiceover for all 9 holes of the Phantom Mansion course which we're playing. The shots here are taken from the daylight version, but don't worry, it still plays exactly the same, so it won't affect your preparations in the slightest. Bear in mind, this is general wind directions. We won't know the tournament conditions until the tournament begins itself on Monday. Stay tuned for more content relating to the Haunted Mansion tournament and leave me a comment. Let me know how you're getting on as the week progresses. Let's get started with hole number 1. Hole number 1 then. Let's have a look at the drive. So I'm playing max plus 15% here. I go with a Katana. Power 2 could go with the Titan if you want though as well. One thing I would suggest here though, just want to take off a little bit of top spin and maybe could have lost a little bit of the side spin as well. So max plus 15, obviously if we do get tailwind we can go full blast down the left hand side and hopefully roll down the slope full of rough, avoiding the boulder to very close to the green. But otherwise this is a very good route to go. Be careful with these bushes here that you'll see, they are in play, so just mind out for those. We avoid them here thankfully, but you'll see what I mean. This slope just keeps on rolling down and just okay there, so maybe a little bit less top spin would have been good on the drive. Let's have a look then at the second shot. And I'm finding minimum distance line of the Thorn with this one, as we do have some headwind. Obviously, if we did have tailwind, have to play a bit further up using the rings from Min method. I go min plus 10% with this one. So just finding minimum distance line, adjusting from there. If you're not aware about the method of counting up rings from minimum distance to determine slider, don't forget check out the Academy playlist, which is on the channel homepage. So minimum distance plus 10 comes out at 2.2 rings. And we adjust this one. Very, very good chance of an eagle here on hole number 1. Hitting perfect. And comes in very nicely right at the pin. Going with a navigator ball, and it's just over 2 bars of top spin, 1 bar side spin to the right. Ball guide to the hole, look at the position of the yellow ring, touching the rough line and the bunker at the same time. So very easy to set this shot up. This is a very good wind angle for the rough bump because we don't need to adjust into the bunker in any way at all. Mid plus 10 is the adjustment that I'm using here with the navigator. So mid plus 10. Hit this one perfect. And bounces the rough where we want and runs in beautifully straight at the pin for a hole in 1. Hole number 3, first of the par 5s, and this one is going to be tricky if we do get any form of headwind. I'm going to show you a nice tailwind drive first, and then going to look at a kind of crosswind example after that. So here's the tailwind then, going with all of the top spin that I've got here, 5.8 bars, 2 bars of left spin. I do think having that extra bit of top spin is valuable here. I just max plus 10, push up to max, then I'm going with 3 or 4 rings of overpower and just over half a ball of curl to the left. And as you can see, we've got plenty of room on our drive bounce, very nicely, safely getting over the sand, and that is a very nice position on the fairway there for our second shot. Now, I'm going to show you this time the other wind angle. Now this is crosswind, so for this one I'm going actually with a Berserker because it is a real effort to get over there even with a power 3 ball. So max top spin once again, 2 bars of side spin to the left. Stretching out to find my position once again, adjusting max plus 10. And I'm going to push up to max if I can. Got to go with a lot of overpower. In fact, this is full overpower here. And you can see the inner wall of the ball there, the right edge touching the inner wall of the adjustment ring to the left. So a good amount of curl. Again, a very, very safe bounce point there for the first shot. And then that rolls for a decent distance, 390 yards. Now looking at the second shot from that example there with the Berserker, I'm playing this one here, true club distance 0%. Now I estimate this to be mid distance, but we do misadjust this one slightly. Rough bump, very, very good in crosswind. Obviously, if you do have tailwind, you are going to be adjusting down into the bunker, so we may need to use some pull angle there or push up slightly to account for the lack of distance. So I'm going mid plus 0 here, using the Grizzly for the ball guide. Obviously, if your drive is short, you might want to be looking at the Goliath as well. It will help once we know the wind angles throughout next week. Hitting this one very nicely with the perfect. Bounces a little bit on the high side in the rough, so maybe a small correction needed there, but not too bad speed-wise, and this will be a very nice albatross if we can get it to drop on hole number 3. We have cross tailwind, so I'm going to be using the sniper, and my setup reference here is the red ring at plus 2 yards. So that's where I'm going to be looking to set up pretty much most of my sniper shots, so that I can just tweak spin. I do believe this is a good landing position. And you'll see here 3.2 backspin, 0.8 to the left, aim at the pin. And the adjustment here is mid plus 25. Little bit tricky to zoom in here because of the angle of the camera, but you just do what you can. Like I said, the red ring at plus 2 is the reference here. This is sniper 8, but that will of course have to be tweaked if you have different level of sniper. Now for the left hand side here, just showing you this option as well, going with the big topper to get some distance on the drive. We do have cross headwind here, so I'm sticking with the Titan. Max top spin, a little bit of side spin to the right. Adjustment here, max plus 10, takes us into overpower, so I am using a couple of rings of overpower as well. Perfect away, and we want to be in thorn range here, if at all possible. Bounces over very nicely. We could have given it a little bit more overpower, but also I don't want to roll too long either. I do maybe think another ring would have been nice though. 384 yards. From here, again, we have a thorn shot. Luckily, the wind angle is such that we can adjust. We may have to rethink if we do get direct headwind here about our setup. But here I'm absolutely at max, so I'm going with a couple of bars of backspin, aiming at the pin, and from this point I play 20% elevation. So if you're going right side, play it minus 10, but from left side, because it's downhill, we're going max plus 20. So we're adjusting those rings. As you can see, we are just on the max line, but we are okay. So I can take a standard shot here, and we get a perfect ball, and bounces very, very nicely and gets in for a lovely eagle from the left hand side as well. Hole number 6 now, fairly lengthy par 5, and you've got to get some overpower going on the drive. We do have cross tailwind here. We get direct headwind. This is going to be a tricky one, but for now let's enjoy this one. Max topspin, 2 bars side spin to the right, adjust max plus 10. Then once I'm done, pushing up to max, and then we're going to go with some overpower and also some right curl. I'm pretty much, should we say 90% OP. Of course, we could push it harder as well if you want to, but got a very nice drive, and you'll see we do clear very, very comfortably there anyway with this wind. And we've got plenty of room on the fairway here, but it does roll very nicely. Drive distance here from middle tee of 416 yards. Second shot, there is a sniper rough bump available, but I do realise here I don't have enough topspin on my low level sniper, on my level 8. So I'm going for the bounce up instead. General elevation here, I'm playing true club distance 30%. This is a tricky shot to drop for albatross though. Even the rough bump I found last time we had this in Phantom Mansion had mixed success with this one. So simple bounce up, just be sure to hit a good drive though. If you do catch rough or sand on the drive, you're not going to be anywhere near the green in 2 with this one. So I'm playing this mid plus 30. And again, this is one we're just going to have to get used to the wind effect as the week goes on. But you know, we're close. We're not, you know, within a square sadly, but it's a safe eagle on hole number 6. Hole number 7, I've got a generous wind angle here for a low level sniper, or lowish. Going with a katana for the side spin. Obviously Kingmaker is better to reduce the wind though. And we're setting up for a rough bump. This is going to be an awkward hole in headwind. I didn't manage to practice any headwind angles. I had this angle a couple of times in a row, sadly. But we're setting up here ball guide to the hole. Little bit of backspin, 3 bars of left spin. Then my adjustment here is max plus 20. There's a couple of different options you've got here. You can also rough bump in front of the bunker as well. So you're going to have to go with what suits your gameplay best and your club level. Max plus 20, we bounced exactly where we wanted, but did come in a little bit too hot and just missed right edge. So a small tweak there would be useful on hole 7, but a decent look in practice mode. Okay, hole 8, I really wanted some form of headwind on this one. I kept getting the same wind angle over and over again. So we're just having to settle for this one. Sadly, if I do find some headwind on this, I'll post another video. But I'm going with a Berserker and we're trying to send it, even though we have limited wind strength in Pro. Obviously in Expert, much better opportunity to reach green with this. Max plus 10, push up to max, full top spin, couple of bars of left spin, max overpower, 1 ball of left curl. There are various slices and other blast shots you can do here. But we're bouncing. We did need to go with a bit more curl though. Thankfully, we're just parking up on the fairway there. Like I said, in Expert with larger wind strength, you're going to get down to green, all being well. However, if you do end up on the end of this fairway, I'm playing Endbringer School here, so stretching out to max, judging the percentage where the pin stands from my ball to complete max distance, as is one of the Endbringer School methods. Then that's the slider percentage I'm going to use. Instead of using 20% though, because this is downhill, I'm actually using 30% for Endbringer School here. Okay, it is tailwind, so maybe it's not a true test of whether that's good. However, it's working for me, so it's a fairly decent reference point, I would think. But like I said, the preference would be really to get a lot nearer to the green or down the slope. Perfect away, and we do get an eagle on hole number 8. Okay, and finally on to hole 9. I'm going to show you 2 drives here. First one with some headwind, and again going with the big topper here. Obviously if we do get headwind for those expert players, you're going to be wanting to go with bigger clubs, you know, APOC 5, Thor's Hammer 6, something with a good amount of topspin. May not be needing the big topper, but for Pro I do think it's a good choice. We're going max plus 10 here, going with plenty of curl, and this drive does work nicely in a variety of headwind angles. Obviously you do want to be hitting perfect, although I have got away with a minor great ball here as well today. So that's a good scenario with headwind there on the drive. Now going to show you a tailwind drive next, which is playing down the middle. So I go with a distance driver here, APOC 4 I have on this account, but obviously extra mile will work as well. And going with 6 bars of topspin, stretching out, working out that I do need some right spin as well, so I'm adding 2 bars of right spin. Obviously you can use a Berserker here if you don't want to go with overpower. Once again, drive max plus 10, going to push it back up to max. Very nice wind angle for this shot. Higher winds, obviously expert players going to send it, or even go with a hero power hook from the right going into the left. That has been used previously as well. Minor great ball here, but still okay. Look, bouncing very, very nicely on the pad, clearing the rough easily and rolling out to a decent distance as well. Second shot from here. You do have a rough bump option depending where your drive is as well, but once again kind of need side spin 3 for that depending on the angle from your drive. So I'm just showing you a standard bounce up here instead. 20% max would be my usual thing for the rough bump, with maybe longer wood clubs as well with more topspin. But here I'm actually at mid distance, so I go mid plus 20. Mid plus 20 here. Obviously this one is going to vary a lot depending on the wind angle that we get with the drive and the position that we get in. Thank you very much for watching this video about the Haunted Mansion tournament here on the channel. If you want more help and assistance and more wonderful free content, head over to Facebook, BK Golf Clash Facebook group, approaching on 11,000 members there. Free content, stream links, guides, shot sharing and discussion points, all designed to help you improve your gameplay. So head on over there, join us, it is totally free. BK Golf Clash Facebook group. Thank you for watching once again, good luck, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.